Here are my honest thoughts on the Gameoverse pilot. It was okay. I should clarify, I'm not really an indie animation guy. I've only skimmed Digital Circus, haven't watched any of Glitch's other shows, think Has-Been and Helluva are mediocre, but I do still keep up with Alan Becker stuff. Anyways, Gameoverse is a decade-long passion project made by Rubberross, a YouTuber I quite like, so I figured I'd give this a shot since it's totally new, and yeah, it was something. I feel like with indie animation, most people online either glaze the hell out of it or hate on it like it's life or death, so I'll try to be fair. For some positives, I really like the animation, though that's a given with Glitch from what I've seen, and I dig the character designs, and no, not for the reasons you think. I think the premise is pretty interesting, as the protagonists are out to help the villains of the game worlds, while the antagonists are helping the heroes. It's pretty cool, if a bit doom and gloom with how the pilot ended, but that's typical. Now onto the negatives, the story didn't fully click with me. Don't get me wrong, I stand by what I said on the premise being really cool, but the actual plot and dialogue range from good to confusing and weird. The characters themselves kind of fall flat, I guess. Kid is pretty cute and her trauma is intriguing, if a bit vague, but it's only a pilot, so I get it. Kaboodle is odd, and not just because he's voiced by jschlatt, but because... okay, yes, it's because of his VA.
21?
Sometimes he sounds normal, but other times it can sound out of place compared to the other VAs, but it's fine, he's still a fun character, mostly. I don't care for gobbles. He's just really unappealing to me, especially since the voice direction is so one note, to the point he sounds like he's been chain smoking, and that scene with him and Kit honestly just makes me cringe. It feels so out of place because these two literally just met yesterday, but all of a sudden this Barney looking ass could just motivate her despite being awkward the whole time previously and chalk it up to
I'm a Lernosaurus, kid. That's what I do.
Shut the
for some reason. It would have made more sense if it was Kaboodle or something, because they actually know each other, they're from the same game world. The villains are really boring to me. I didn't really care for them at all, mostly because I don't know who they are at all. Like, at least we can get some idea of what the purpose of Kit's mission is. We have no idea until the end what the point of the villains is, other than to get in Kit's way. Maybe that doesn't bug some people, but it kind of bugged me to the point of boredom. I think Flappers just sounded like a more annoying Hootie from the Owl House. Maybe the rest of the show will build up on it more now that he's part of the main cast, and hopefully that applies to all of them. I do worry every episode will feel the same with the same plot, but maybe I'll be surprised. To summarize, the pros are the character designs, the animation, and the premise, while the cons are the story, the characters, and some of the dialogue. Overall, not terrible for a pilot, but while I am interested to see where the story goes, I do think a lot can be improved. So don't hate me for this, as it's my opinion. This pilot gets a solid 6.5 out of 10. Hopefully the next episode is at least a little better. What are your thoughts on Gameoverse?